are, I don't want to say fleeing, but you are leaving the country. And I know you can't say where, but something happened. And it's been referred to as the incident. And for anybody that checks out the human hand grenade, Dany only, one N DANY ONLY, on his Facebook, and I linked your Facebook fan page in our chat for the legal document you received. Dany, let's start all the way. How in the fuck did this even start?
All right. Well, first thing, one of my biggest pet peeves, man, is retards on the internet who think that they know everything when they don't know shit. When the whole incident came down and the video was posted, one of the first comments was 100% fake, totally wrestling punches. Look at that, blah blah blah, fake, fake, fake. And I'm like, dude, you don't know shit. Somebody else after the papers were served, somebody said, "Oh, that's totally fake, and if not, he's going to go to jail for contempt of court." Blah blah blah. All right, people don't know shit. All right, there's a very thin line between reality and wrestling, and what happened is reality, unfortunately. I did a show with Beyond Wrestling in Cleveland, Ohio. It was a joint show between St. Louis Anarchy and Beyond Wrestling. And hold on a second. Situation unfolded afterwards where I felt that I'm not going to get into the why, all right, but I felt that I needed to do something, and I happened to have my boy Pit Boss follow me because I wanted this. I wanted it on camera, honestly, because I wanted to look at it later. But I attacked Eric Corvis. I kicked him in the dick. I punched him a bunch of times in the head, and then I tried to stab him. And I don't think I was trying to kill him, because murders, that's something serious. There's a couple people in wrestling who got bodies on them, and I'm not that. But I really wanted to hurt the dude. I really wanted to hurt him. And it escalated from there. It really blew up a lot more than I thought it would. A couple people got involved who I wish wouldn't have. Drew Gulak from CZW, he got involved in the situation. Johnny Mangway from Beyond Wrestling got involved in the situation. And I don't know, maybe they thought they were doing the right thing, and maybe they did. I don't know. But I tried to stab Eric Corvis in the neck, and about 2 weeks after I was home, I was at a bar, and some guy was talking to me about wrestling, and he bought me a couple beers, and you know me, Wicked, if you buy me a beer, I'm not going to turn it down. So we sat and shot the shit for a minute, and a couple rounds later, he was like, so man, how's everything going? What have you been doing? And I'm like, well, things are good. I'm starting to get work with Beyond Wrestling, and it's getting my name out there a lot. And he was like, hey, your real name's Derek, right? And for those who don't know, my real name is Derek Thorne. And he was like, hey, your name's Derek, right? And I was like, yeah. He goes, Derek Thorne? I was like, what the fuck are you want to know for? And he was like, here you go, brother. And he handed me an envelope, and in the envelope was a complaint and a summons to appear in court in Cleveland, Ohio. The complaint was 3 charges, aggravated assault, assault and battery, and assault with a deadly weapon. And the summons stated that I had 60 days to answer the charges. And that's another thing that all these fucking idiots on the internet don't know. Somebody went to the Coalaga, whatever the fuck county Cleveland's in, I can't remember. But they went to the county website and looked up court case documents by the court case number, and they're like, oh, it's totally fake because it's not even on the webpage yet. I got bad news for you guys. It's not a case until I answer the charges. As of right now, it's just a claim and a summons. So it's not going to be on public record. Fucking idiots. So until I respond to the charges, which I've got, 20-something days, until I respond to the charges, it's right now it's just a claim. I can go to the court and say, Wicked Nemesis stole my puppy, I want to file charges. Until he answers, it's not a case. It's just a claim. So, I posted the papers up because I honestly couldn't believe it. It was kind of crazy. And Beyond Wrestling decided to take me and Strychnine off of their roster and said that we were not welcome there anymore. And I don't know how many other bookings it's cost me. I know, my home promotions don't care. Anarchy knows that I'm pretty fucking out of control. I think we talked last year about what happened at the Hall of Fame, so they know that I'm not exactly wired right. So I got the paperwork served to me, and it didn't really affect me at home. But then I started thinking that if I decide to answer the charges and plead guilty, not guilty, whatever, chances are I have to go back to Ohio. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with what's going on with Randy Bly right now from Lamb of God, but he's proved that at least in Czechoslovakia, the justice system is guilty until proven innocent. Even though he posted $200,000 bail, they're still holding him. So the last thing I want to do is reply and then go up to Cleveland and get locked up and have to post bond to get out. Wrestling's all well and good, but I got a family to take care of, and I got things I got to do. So I decided that I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna split for a little bit, and and people were wondering, well, why are you talking about it on the internet? Well, I kind of got a couple things going for me. One, this isn't really that big of a deal. It's not like I went into a Cleveland bus stop and shot a bunch of people in the face. It's an assault charge. So I don't think they're going to be sending the SWAT team to kick in my door anytime soon. But you never know. I didn't think I'd get served with papers sitting in a bar, and I did. So I know a couple people that are in that line of work, the PI/bounty hunter/bail bondsman line of work. So I got to be careful, at least for a little bit, just doing the shows, the last few commitments I got. But I think I'm going to take a break, man. I'm going to take off for a little while and go overseas somewhere that won't really be discussed, and I'm going to do some stuff over there to make some money and make sure my family's set. And whenever it feels right, I'll come back and face the music. And if I come back and have to face the charges, then hey, so be it. At least I know my family will be taken care of before that all happens, because I don't really give a shit about anybody else. I got my family, and that's what I got to take care of. So yeah, that's the incident, man. I tried to stab Eric Corvis with a corkscrew. And why a corkscrew? Well, because it was the closest sharp object I could find.
Now, to me, my favorite part about this video is Strychnine instigating the entire thing. Big shout out to Strychnine. Do you think that this will affect Strick in any shape or form? Has there been any kind of retaliation against him?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, besides being taken off the Beyond Wrestling roster, this is something I got to say about Strychnine. And me and Strick have been tagging for 3+ years now. And anybody who asks either one of us, it's the same story. When we first got put together, we hated each other, like literally hated each other. But we worked together for so long, and we got to be so good that I consider him my brother. A lot of people used to shit on him, and I don't tolerate that anymore. Besides being the most improved wrestler of the past 2 years in a row, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the Georgia wrestling history polls were. Strychnine is the most improved wrestler of the past 2 years in a row, period. There is no question in my mind. But besides that, he's one of the best fathers I know. So when people want to shit on him, I take that personally. He's my brother, and he was there doing what he needed to do. And there's been many a times when I've been a little bit inebriated and a little bit in trouble, where he's come to my aid and watched out for me, and in the same ilk, I'll watch out for him. So I think he was just doing what he would do for his boy. He was for his brother. He was watching his back and making sure everything was all right. And, what you didn't see in the video, because it got cut off, was a few minutes later, him and Drew Gulak actually went at it for quite a bit of time. I had a lot of things going through my head. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. maybe still call the adrenaline rush from the attack, from trying to jump on somebody like that. But I went and just pulled strychnine off of Gulak and just grabbed him and ran. I felt like we were outnumbered. It was two of us Georgia boys against the Beyond Wrestling roster, and I didn't see it going very well, so we got the hell out of there. But I don't think Strick's going to face any negative consequences. He was just there. That's the way it goes. He didn't have anything to do with it outside of observation, if you will.
Well, anytime you would like to come back and that you are wanting to call in, please feel free to do so. You have the number.